Hi everyone, Oliver Armstrong here. I want to talk to you about communication in general between people and communication within relationships. There is something which I believe is part of the communication breakdown in many relationships, whether they're romantic or non-romantic. And it comes down to people being what we refer to in the kind of hypnotherapy or neurolinguistic programming field as towards or away from. And what this is people who are towards tend to look forward to achieving their goals or their solutions. A person who is an away from looks forward to getting away from the things they don't like. Some examples of this. I will speak to people that are either towards or away from, and they will quite often say, I just want to emotionally heal the pain so that I can be happy and I can look forward to spending time doing X, Y, and Z, and this will happen and this will be amazing and that will happen and that will be amazing. Or I can get people that will say, I just want to heal this emotional pain so that I don't have to have this anxiety, so that I don't have to feel that way, so that this doesn't have to be ruining my life, so that that doesn't happen. So although they want the same end goal, they want the same solution of let's say, well, obviously emotionally healing, but then ultimately happiness and moving on with their life. A towards person is already focused on that, and that's their motivation for wanting to heal and move forward, is those end goals. Whereas the away from, as I mentioned, is I just want to get away from all this bad stuff that's happened as a result of X, Y, and Z. Now, me, most of the time, I'm an away from. It's not anything that's learned. We're all just different with whether we're towards or away from. And with different situations, we will be a towards, and other situations will be an away from. But me, I tend to be an away from, I will want to do things so that that doesn't have to be that way anymore. And it's not necessarily a negative thing, I wanted a project that I was working on at our house. I wanted it done so that I didn't have to deal with, our lawn the way it was. I don't like the lawn like that. I want this new thing so that I don't have to put up with that old thing. Now, my wife is a towards person, so she didn't really care about the project too much that I was doing, but if she had, she would have, kind of said something along the lines of, it'd be great to have that project done because then this will happen and that will allow us to do this and to entertain and to do this and to do the other thing. So same solution, same result, just a different way of looking at it. I hope this is making sense. Now, from the emotional healing point of view, there's no real difference with regards to time frame. For some people, it can affect their sway towards more negative thinking as opposed to positive thinking. So I haven't really looked at any data or looked into any studies with regards to backing this up, but at a guess, it would make sense why a person who is more of a towards tends to think in a more positive way than someone who's an away from, who's constantly thinking negatively, I just want to get away from this, blah, 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 blah. Now, this is something that when I brought this to my wife's attention, that she's a towards and I'm an away from, this really changed the way we communicate with each other. Because I will say, I'm planning to do such and such because I don't, and then I'll stop myself and go, actually, I need to put it into a towards. I think we should do this because here are the benefits. And she knows now to do the same. So she will say, I think, this should happen. And I'll be like, yeah, that's not too bad. I can see that. But it doesn't quite click. So she knows, oh, because then it will stop. Okay, great. So it's nothing to do with me being a negative person, because I'm really not. It is just the way that different people learn, and different people, the different psychology and the behaviors, and all this sort of stuff. So there's no right or wrong with it. We're all just different. So perhaps become aware of the people around you. Just listen, and it's easy to tell who's a towards or who's an away from, just through normal conversation. People say, "Oh, I really hate my job, so I'm looking at getting another one because this is wrong with it, that's wrong with it, the other thing's wrong with it." Versus someone who say, "Oh, I'm looking forward to getting a new job. The one I have now, it's not that great, but I'm looking for more opportunities, and I'm looking for more challenges in this and that." And you get the idea. So have a listen, and perhaps people in your life that haven't been communicating as effectively as you could have been, perhaps this is part of the reason why. So just take note of their language and how they are speaking. Are they a towards, or are they an away from? And similarly, notice how you are speaking, and notice if you are a towards person or an away from person. And become aware of that, and that will improve your communication significantly, as I said, with either romantic relationships or non-romantic relationships. But just something that I thought may help with regards to communication. I know it's helped for me and my wife, and it's helped many other people who have brought this to their attention. So I hope it can help you as well.